Hi, Sean. Welcome in, everybody. Tap that screen, say hello. Welcome in if you're new here. If you're not new here, hi again. Hi, Zach. My brother's name is Zach, but he spells it with just a K. Soccer play guy, I'm good. I'm just can't breathe, you know, very out of breath. Yeah, Abdul, I am out of breath. These guys are crushing all of my organs at this point. We're officially carrying, what is it, 12 pounds, 2 ounces of baby in here. It's ridiculous, but it's awesome. There's 2, Tim, there's 2. Dos. That's a lot. I am going to blow dry my hair, so it's going to be a minute of like noise for you guys. Look great. How far along are you? I am 35 weeks and 3 days. They plan on inducing me, at least just at yesterday's appointment, the plan is to do an induction at 37 weeks. So about 2 weeks away. Hi, Chemism. Thank you. Welcome in. Hey, Nate Bear. Just so beautiful, my young lady. Thanks, Tony. I don't feel it anymore. I don't feel pretty. I don't feel pretty. I don't find myself attractive at all at this point because it's just so much. But yeah, there was some argument raised yesterday at my maternal fetal medicine doctor about whether or not I'm going to be able to deliver vaginally, and I told them, I said, I was told as long as baby A is head down, I get to try. So today, at today's appointment, we have to, or I have to talk to the doctor and find out if they're willing to do that, and then if not, then I am going to tell them I have another doctor lined up down in Orlando who is willing to do it, or let me try at least. I'm just not into cutting myself open for no reason, personally. That's just me, though. So yeah. Whew. Now, let's get this going. Baby was facing up. They were going to try to turn him, but it was too painful and complicated. Yeah, AJ Sparks, like, so baby, I have 2 in here. Baby A is like down here, and his head is like right here. Like he is primed and ready to go. Baby B is sitting up here, and they call it transverse, so he's laying like across my belly. And his head is usually around this area. So, guys, I'm sorry I can't breathe. But anytime I'm up, I can't breathe. So, I was told that baby A being head down meant that they'll let me try when I signed with this, or like when I decided on this specific group. So, if I get told anything other than that, my insurance will let me go wherever I want. My insurance they'll pay full coverage anywhere. So if I have to go to a different place, I have to go to a different place, even if that means that I have to sit there and wait for labor to start on its own. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna be forced into a C-section, and I'm only gonna do a C-section if it's like an emergency situation that it needs to happen. I believe in my body, and I know it's capable of doing it, so I'm not going to be forced into anything. And I always like recommend, like, you know, some women want to have a C-section. I know that. I have friends that are like, I think you're nuts for not wanting a C-section. But if you actually read medical documentation about C-sections, they are way more invasive, and they tend to have more complications and more issues. So I'm just not willing to risk it unless it's medically necessary. Good morning, Marky Mark. Eek, thank you. Oh, somebody was saying, do babies move a lot these weeks? Yes, Carlos. So after I get done getting ready, my plan was to sit in front of my camera for a while, like crisscross applesauce, and put coconut oil on them and see if we can get them to move. Video that for a while to see if you guys can see some movement, because at the doctor's office, well, not at the doctor's office, at the hospital when I was in there, I was in labor and delivery, and the one nurse, like, she was trying to get them on the Dopplers, right? And she was like, I've never seen such pronounced movement. Like, you can see, like, my whole belly will, like, completely morph and move. It's kind of cool to see, so I'm going to try to capture it so you guys can see it. Having a baby isn't expensive in the US, am I right? So here for fun, it is. However, my husband's health insurance plan through the IUEC is extremely good. So I've already reached my max out of pocket, which is $600 for the family. So I won't pay anything else. I won't be paying anything else for these 2 babies to be born. I'm one of the lucky ones. Most people, I think the average for a natural birth, I think, is like $3,000 in the United States. So yeah, it's an awesome adventure. It is an awesome adventure. What up, what up, what up? Hi, Brandon the entertainer. How's it going? I am not having a home birth. I am a proponent of an epidural. It is too excruciating for me. Are babies kicking painful? I don't find it painful for the most part. Every once in a while they'll kick me like in the ribs or in my pelvis, and that doesn't feel great, but I don't feel like it hurts. Justin, I did give one at the beginning, but I'm currently 35 weeks and 3 days. The plan is to induce labor at 37 weeks. It costs nothing. Yeah, here for fun. There's a lot of countries that it costs nothing to have a baby. And honestly, for the United States to be as pro-life as it is, you would think that it wouldn't cost anything here. But yeah, it's one of the most expensive countries to give birth in, actually. I am having twins, J Bear. It is twins. That's why it's so big. Sounds good, Hope. Happy to see you. Oh, Jeeps of California. You're a sweetheart. Thank you. I don't feel it or see it. Maybe let's go. I want to take a seat for a minute because, like, after being in the shower, being up for a full shower and stuff, I'm pretty tired already. So let's I'll fold this laundry and talk to you guys for now, and then yeah, then we'll go get ready. How's that sound? Give me 1 second. Oh. Okay. Ooh. They're not moving just yet. If I'm standing, they usually aren't gonna move around. They like to move when I'm stationary. And the sucky part is with the black shorts on, you can't really see it when they do move. You couldn't tell what I missed it, Justin. So I'm going to be breastfeeding, so there isn't really anything that I will be doing. Go turn down my crock pot in a few minutes. D, I hear that a lot. Mama, you're so gorgeous. Thanks. Big Mama's Corner. I appreciate that. I don't feel it right now. I feel exhausted and hot. Like hot all the time. And like I can't breathe. I'm gonna try, so I'm gonna set up my GoPro when I no matter what, I end up like laying down at least for one nap a day. So when I sit down to just like chill later today, hopefully, if I have time to, I don't even know what time it is. I have a doctor's appointment at 3. So at some point, hopefully I get to sit down and I was gonna rub some coconut oil on my belly. That's actually showing stretch marks now. It wasn't for a long time, and now they're getting to be a little bit prominent, or a little bit more of them. So while I was sitting just like chilling, I was gonna set up my GoPro and like pull this down a little bit, rub some oil on them, and see if I could get it on camera to share with the internet. Do we gonna watch the baby moved? It hasn't moved yet, but I plan to do that later today, and then hopefully I catch something, and then it won't be on live, no, because I'll probably be trying to take a nap after I don't go live while napping. Tap her belly so the baby gets more love. Yeah! Thanks, Marky Mark. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Oh, my back. I can barber, but I'm not going to. I'll probably miss it. Well, you just go to my page and then you'll see it. That's why I prefer to do stuff like that as a post so that people can see it that way, but TikTok doesn't promote my stuff at all anymore. If you go look at, so for my audience size, the amount of views I get on my content here is pitiful. It's part of the reason why I haven't been posting here as much. Although I'm having the same problem on Instagram, but I think it has a lot to do with I'm posting more political stuff than I have in the past. Because, you know, it is an election year. So, yeah. I'm looking for FaceTime. Barbara, I don't FaceTime. Because people rip people off that way. I've been ripped off one too many times. So, honestly, Charmed, I didn't watch Waltz's yet. Not Waltz, God. So, I haven't watched his yet. I was too stuck on Obama's and Michelle's. Obama's crowd size line had me freaking rolling. I was dying. I wanted to make a TikTok about it, but like, it is hard for me to do anything lately, and like, even it seems like I'm always laying down, so I'm like, I want to make a video while I'm laying down, and yeah. But it's so awesome. Almost there. Yep, we're almost there, Turtle. That's right. Carlos, I've had quite a bit of Braxton Hicks. When I was in the hospital, you know, they monitor contractions and stuff. And I wasn't having anything regular, but they're definitely happening. Or, like, they're happening regularly, but not, like, time regularly, if that makes sense. So, like, while I was in the hospital, I was having, like, at least 3 contractions every hour or 2. Does what still grip? Oh, Hope, I'm sorry. That's awesome, Charmed Impatience. I'm really impressed with the DNC videos I've seen. They seem to be doing like a really awesome job. Compared to the RNC. So the RNC I actually watched more of than I've watched of the DNC. I don't know why. Mostly for the political comedy that I feel the Republican Party provides at this point. Even though a lot of people don't find it funny, like my husband does not think it is funny. He's like really concerned about the overall, you know, what's happening to our country. But I find it hilarious. And to just watch, like, Hulk Hogan, of all people, give a speech and rip his shirt off on stage at the RNC is just embarrassing. And, like, I feel that they should be embarrassed. But apparently, like, that's the RNC style. And that's fun. But yeah, watching their train wreck was fun. But the DNC is just like, it makes me really emotional. So like, I'm already crying all the time because I'm pregnant and almost about to give birth. And so I'm like, I have no emotional stability at all at this point. So like watching, you know, the DNC and listening to the speeches that are actual good political speeches about like what we need, and hearing people just talk about, you know, like joy and being kind to each other and appreciating people for their differences and stuff like that, like gets me all choked up. Here's my thing, Iowa Hawkeye. I believe that Kamala will win the popular vote, but I am concerned that the popular vote isn't going to be what wins this election. So that's where I'm concerned. I've seen you. Yeah, Peter, I haven't been around. Haven't been going live. Be really update if you don't mind. Keblet Eek. Nope. I might do a Bear Belly video later today if I can catch some movement. But if you want Bear Belly stuff, that's on other platforms. Yeah, I hope I'm wrong too, Iowa. I really do. My husband, so funny story. In 2016, that election, my husband and I was actually a Trump supporter back then. And I went to bed believing that Donald Trump was going to win the election, even though Hillary was really far ahead when I went to sleep. And then we woke up the next morning to Donald Trump as the new president. And my husband was, I don't want to say devastated, but he was like, what the fuck? Like, he was like, how did this happen? And so he brings it up all the time that, you know, he thinks that Trump will win this election due to, you know, the same thing that won in that election. And I just keep telling him, I'm like, I hope you're wrong. Like, I'm going to go with, this is going to be like 2016 where I say the candidate that's going to win is going to win, and that candidate wins. But this year it's for Kamala, not for Trump. That's what I'm crossing my fingers. I can't say the name of the platform on this platform, but it's a subscription site. Have you given birth? No. Not yet. Not these two yet. I really hope he doesn't too. And that's the thing, is I hear so many more people say that they hope he doesn't win. That's why I think that Kamala will definitely win the popular vote. But the problem is our system doesn't go off of the popular vote. And I think that's a big problem. I think that we should go off the popular vote. I think everybody's vote should count. I don't think the Electoral College works anymore. And I don't think we need it because of technology. You know what I mean? The Electoral College, Marky Mark, made him win. He lost the popular vote, but won the Electoral College. So the people that we elect in our cities that run the Electoral College, those people voted for him. I honestly, I didn't like Kamala until I started doing some pretty thorough research on her. And I still, there's certain policies, like some of her policies are going to add to the deficit. Not as much as Trump added to the deficit, but there are certain policies that are going to add more than I would like them to that she has implemented, or that she says she's going to implement. But she's still the better. Like, she still has that, like, this is about us. Like, this is about the majority, the people that are like, hey, I just want to live my life the way I want to live it. And I don't need this big government intervention on my body or my finances or what my kids are learning in schools. Like, we don't want to lose the education, the federal education stuff, because then you end up with stuff like in Florida. My friend was telling me yesterday her daughter goes to public school, and she said that she came home with a document telling her that she had to, one second. So anyways, her daughter brought home lost connection still. Is it gonna come back on? Good connection, okay. So her daughter brought home a little like piece of paper that they have to sign here in the state of Florida at a public school about the nurse at the public school being allowed to give her child vaccinations of any kind that the school deems necessary. And like, my kids are homeschooled. This doesn't affect me. I'm one of those people that like, I don't care. Because I don't have them in school, and I wouldn't put them in school here because of the crazy things that they have going on in this Republican state. But the fact that they sent that out, I was like, I'm confused. Isn't this a Republican state? Like, why are they asking for parents to say that these kids can get vaccines from a random nurse at a school? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I was really confused by that. But apparently that's happening here in the freest state, is what DeSantis says we are. It's not at all. How many weeks are left until the babies are born? Carlos, it should be, I find out today, hopefully I can get scheduled for my induction at 37 weeks. That's the plan. But yeah, we'll see. My favorite thing about pregnancy, it's hard to think of something because I'm like exhausted and this is a lot at this point. But probably my favorite part of this pregnancy is the movement, and feeling 2 babies at one time has been it's different. It's really different, and really fucking cool to feel. I agree with you, and I'm a centrist. Well, thanks, Peter. I think there's more people that agree that like, we just want to be able to live our lives and want to be able to afford things again. And that's the other thing, is like the price gouging, and the fact that Donald Trump is like, he is friends with the billionaires. Like, he wants the billionaires to be able to price gouge. That's why we have really expensive gas, because Exxon and all of these gas companies are being allowed to price gouge. And they want to make more money. That's why they're showing record profits. And it's at the expense of the middle class, and it's terrible, and I fucking hate it. Carter, I don't know. So as you get older, turns out, you're more and more likely to have multiples at one time. And I don't know if I could do another twin pregnancy. So I don't know that I don't know if I'm going to go for a 4th pregnancy. You know what I mean? Because I've already got my 2. Now I got 2 more on the way. I think 4 is a good number. What platform showed the bare belly? I can't say it on here, otherwise I can get removed per TikTok's policies. But if you go to shemightbetina.com, it's one of the subscription sites. Thank you, Roosevelt. Hi, Ryan. Whew. Of course. Joe the doctor, I am exhausted. I can't breathe. If I'm like standing, what you missed it when I first logged in today. I like stand up and I'm like, everybody's like, why are you so out of breath? And I'm like, because this is so much. It's so much. People don't understand how much is in this belly right now. It's 12 pounds, 2 ounces in this belly, just of baby. That's just baby. That's not amniotic fluid or the placenta or any of that. That's just baby. 12 pounds, 2 ounces. Honestly, Marky Mark, I like this idea. I'm not super familiar about the trans community. I haven't had any trans friends, but I can see the argument of like a person who identifies as a boy but may not have the parts of a boy but uses the boy's bathroom and nobody knows that they have those. Because like you could meet a boy on the street that identifies as a boy, looks like a boy, but that boy doesn't have boy parts, right? That happens. That can happen. I've known people who after I met them were trans and I had no idea. So in my opinion, having access to that, and then there's another part of this, so let me finish this part. So there's the trans aspect of this, right? Where having the accessibility in case of a trans person needing those products in that bathroom to make them more comfortable. I agree with that. I think that should be acceptable. I don't have a problem with that. But also, like, I was a girl that had more guy friends. I always had guy friends, and I didn't have girlfriends to be like, hey, do you have a tampon? Or something like that when I was growing up. And yeah, the girls' bathroom also has tampons, but like, what if I'm a girl and I start bleeding and I don't realize it? My guy friend could notice for me, grab me the thing, hand it to me and say, hey, you gotta go clean up. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of respect, and I think it's really a progressive thought process and really cool that he did do that, honestly. Have I considered moving to California? No, it's way too expensive. You should do a pre-pregnancy try-on haul. Yeah, I keep meaning to do like try-on hauls and stuff. But if I'm being really honest, I am so exhausted and can't breathe when I am standing up that I just like, I physically can't. Like, I've tried. I have been like, yeah, today is going to be the day that I wake up and have all the energy and I'm going to do it. And then after making my kids breakfast, I'm like, all right, I have no energy left. What about other states that align with your opinions? We're actually considering a couple states to move to for political reasons. However, Florida is, there's like a big group of Democrats here in the state of Florida that are moving towards flipping this state. And I think it's a long shot, but by God, I am freaking on board if they can make it happen. And I wish I could be a part of it. But like, there are people here that are very dangerous about their beliefs. And I have a family that I have to worry about. And so it's not something I can do. How far along are you? I am 35 weeks. How do I feel about the day of delivery? I'm not that worried about delivery. Epidurals work fantastic. So I'm not really that worried. I'm like a white princess as far as delivery goes. I'll have an epidural on board, and I'll push when I feel the need to push, and both of my other two, I had very easy labors, so I'm just focusing on that's going to be how this one goes too. It's just going to be 2 instead of 1. You really should try to move as soon as possible. Yeah, I mean, we considered moving just because of the pregnancy, because Florida is next in line to have those women coming forward that aren't getting the care they need because of the politics here. But I've been following the statewide politics as well, not as closely because it's less entertaining than watching a old man lose his fucking mind about stupid shit. But I don't know. I'm wondering if, like I said, if they're going to be successful in flipping this state. There's a lot of talk about it. Any chance we can see the bump? When I stand up, you can see it through my shorts, but that's about it. Is that okay to ask? Yeah, I don't mind you asking. Hi, Goku. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Good. Belly bubble, I am due, well, my due date is until September 23rd. Oh yeah, Poke, I'm on Instagram. I'm on that subscription site that shall not be named. I'm on X still, even though I'm considering getting off of it because everybody's lost their fucking minds over there. And then, what is that called? Threads. I have a Snapchat, but it's only usable by people who pay for it. Goku, I cannot keep up with my direct messages here. The only direct messages I try to keep up on are my subscription pages. There's too many here. Good afternoon. Hi, Tony. Hi, Ben. It's $500 for a year or $150 for a month. Thanks, Tony. Are you cute? I don't feel very cute. I find it hilarious. I don't know if you guys have seen my fairy tale videos that I've been creating where I make like funny story, or not funny, but like fairy tale-esque, explaining to a 5-year-old different political things that are going on or have gone on. And I say it, or make the video in like a very obnoxious, like teaching a 5-year-old voice. And for some reason, that triggers a specific group really bad. They get real mad about it. I don't look preggo. I think you need to see me when I stand up, Willow. I think that's the thing here is the couch is dark. I'm in dark pants, so she doesn't look. What? Must it be difficult to have a belly? What activities do you find? Everything, Carlos. At this point, everything is hard to do. Ben, I am not single. Been married for 8 years. I am a Democrat. 100%. I don't follow a crazy person. That would be... it would be... yeah. Crazy people aren't my forte. Poke my Instagram, or not my Instagram, my Snapchat. Willow, I'm about to stand up to go put my makeup on and do my hair. So yes, you'll see it in just a minute. I just gotta finish these last few pieces of clothing. And they're on the floor, so this is gonna be entertaining. Wotus, I don't block people. I am on Snap, but not in a public setting. It's another version of me talking to people. Another way people can talk to me. I think it's really funny when people tell me to block them. I'm like, if you don't want to see me, then you block me. Fucks with my algorithm, and I don't want to do that. If I block people. Plus, I like differing opinions, as long as people can be nice about their opinions. But most of the people on the right can't. I shouldn't say that. Most extremists on the right can't. So I have my dad isn't a far right winger, but he's like a Republican. Like, he's your traditional Republican who, you know, he is pro-life, which makes me sick to my stomach, but like, he's from a different era. And I accept that because I understand that, like, we can disagree. And him and I have talked about stuff, like when he was here, he was visiting, this was what, last month I think he came and visited. We started talking about, you know, the abortion pill. And he had no idea that mifepristone was used to induce labor. He had no idea. He didn't know that. And I was like, yeah, Dad, like, they are getting rid of a medication that some women need in order to induce their labor. He's like, well, there's got to be other medications for that. And I'm like, there is. And doctors will usually try all of the other avenues before giving mifepristone because of the view of that specific medication. But there are some women that cannot be induced without it. And him and I had a long conversation about it, and he doesn't get it. He still is like pretty, you know, it's not like I'm ever gonna sway him or change his mind, but I'm also not trying to sway him or change his mind. I'm just giving him information that he doesn't know. I'm almost done. I've got it all folded. Oh, I think got it. Yep. Okay, let's go. Wow. Oh, so sore, guys. But that's the other thing. So if I am sat down for too long, it hurts because I'm sitting too long. but if I stand up for too long, I can't breathe. Some states need to be more lenient on that topic. Exactly, Otis. It's exactly my opinion. Like, it shouldn't be completely off the table. And like, I made a silly story about, like, late-term abortion is what most people know it by, which is, you know, late-term abortion. It's when, you know, they find out something is so wrong with the fetus that they have to end the pregnancy, which is terrible for anybody that has to deal with it. But it is necessary in some cases. Cases of, like, the woman's gonna die if she gives birth, or the baby and the woman, or the baby. Like, why make a woman carry a fetus that isn't going to survive outside of her? Why make her do that? And you can dislike late-term abortion. I would never do it unless it was, like, medically necessary. But, like, our government shouldn't be dictating what is medically necessary. It's not their lane. I have lots of stretch marks now. All right, I'm gonna do my hair. So it's gonna be little bit loud for a second. What is that called? ASMR? Some of you will like this, some of you won't. Or what bad? They're getting darker, I guess. Abortion isn't for me, but I'd never tell anyone not to have it. Yes, girl. Yes. That's the point, is it's nobody else's business. Like, it is between the doctor and the woman getting the abortion. It should be. That should be where the line is drawn. Ooh, I can add this to my life too while I'm... This thing has been a miracle worker while I am, whatchamacallit. I'm gonna hold this for a second. Now I scroll back up. This, where is it? That. Yeah, this little hair dryer thing that I'm about to turn on has been wonderful. Thanks. Hey, Celie. Long time no see. Anytime I actually do my hair, which isn't often. But it does like a little blowout. With my little bob hair that I have now. It didn't work so good when I had long hair. But now that it's longer, it works. Celine, my due date is the 23rd of September. But they're going to probably induce me at 37 weeks. Which is the first week in September, I believe. It dries so fast. Still doing content after? What do you mean? Like when I have the babies? It is twins, Chad. I still plan on doing content. It'll probably shift, right? I was like a really, I guess I still am. I homeschool my other two, but like when they're babies, I am like so focused on nursing and stuff like that. So the focus of my content will probably shift to more, that type of content. I'm talking about nursing and how to build your nursing stash and stuff like that. It'll probably shift to more of that type of content. And obviously because of the political climate, that'll continue a little bit if I have the energy, which I'm losing energy even to do the political stuff because people are so ugly about it, and I just, ugh, you know what I mean? The ugliness just kind of gets to me. Baby, one hell of a break dancer. That's funny. Love the leopard print. Thank you, Mark. Number 86. I ordered some makeup. So I plan on getting my Harley gear out once that comes in. And I have like 2 weeks to get some Harley stuff done. So that is my plan. I plan to. How's that? I am about to pop. That will probably happen. I am a milk cow, so that, well, I was when I was younger. We'll see if I am this time. But yeah, probably. Poke, it's been way busier than it's been in a long time. I can't keep up on my direct messages there even, which I haven't had that problem since, I don't know, while I was in Costa Rica. I had that problem a little bit. But right now, like, I'm like 3 days out. If I scroll through my direct messages, it's like 3 days out before I can even respond to somebody. And I try to catch up as quickly as I can, but it's almost impossible, it seems like. I do it in the evenings. I respond to everybody. Sometimes throughout the day, I get to. But Clint Stark, I don't have the date yet. They're gonna probably induce me in 2 weeks or so. But I'm going to a doctor's appointment this afternoon, and hopefully we find out what day I'll be delivering. But we will see. Oh, it's hot. I'm glowing already. I don't feel like I'm glowing. You look lovely. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, Poke, the subscription site keeps me really busy actually right now. I don't talk about that stuff here. I don't kiss and tell. That goes with content too. Well, hello, turtle. Belly, does your husband mind you doing the subscription? Nope. Nope. He gets annoyed because he says I am not risque enough. Sounds good. We'll see you there. Oh, thank you, Jose. Zillow, yeah, it's been busier since I got pregnant, yeah. Like a lot busier. I had no idea how many men were attracted to pregnancy. And women, for that matter. I mean, they're pretty bad. God, Ashmal, it is way harder. It's a way more difficult pregnancy. No Goku, again, I'm not showing that. What, Zillow? Where's my hair? Turtle, you understand that that's like not actually happening, right? Like his crowd sizes are shrinking rapidly. And they're like, people are walking out of his rallies and shit. Ash smell, no. Well, I I haven't had one consistent one, and that really bothers me with this, with the current OBs that I have, but it's like way too late for me to switch. All right. Whew. Boom. They're twins, Carl. I got 2 in here. About 12 ounces, 12 pounds, 2 ounces right now.